Hello, gorgeous ones. How are Friday? And I am just happy to come to you live today just to have a chat with you all. Just make sure I'm set up here properly. Anyway, today about, you know, what's really going on behind the scenes when you're either, not showing up like you know you can in your marketing, or you are showing up, but you're not getting the results that you thought you would. So I want to talk with you about that today because I know more than ever now, the world needs the work of the healer. The world needs the work of the coach. The world needs the work of the consultant. The person, the woman that's going to take them from where they are to where they'd like to go. And with everything that's happening now in society, racial tensions, sickness, and people watching their relatives get hurt or die, now more than ever, people need a sense of hope. And I'm here to tell you that if you're not able to market yourself the way you'd like to, or if you are marketing yourself and you're not getting the results you thought you would, then I want to share with you what I have uncovered and learned about what's really going on. So if you're out there, go ahead and give me some hearts. Let me know that you're here joining me. Drop a note, say hello. That way I can see you. I'm trying out this new live producer through Facebook Live. So the presentation is slightly different. I'm not seeing comments like I typically do, but at least I'm not getting the hesitation like I was earlier in the year. So anyway, let me tell you what I have come to learn. If you are someone that has been investing in strategy, or maybe studying other people who seem to have it all together. Maybe they seem successful to you. Maybe you've gone out and you've paid high dollars for coaching already and you haven't gotten the results you're looking for. I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. And that's something that a lot of us coaches experience, and I find that it's inherent in our journey. The reason why I find this inherent in our journey is because there's one key thing that I see is not being taught or not being shared to the level that it could be. So people are joining this industry unawares of what's really necessary. You see, when you are promoting a product, if you're a realtor, if you are a salesperson for a widget or a piece of clothing or something like that, perfume, oils, whatever, you can get behind that product if you like it and push the product. That's way different than if you are the product as the healer, as the consultant, as the coach. When you are the product, it's a whole different thing to get behind yourself as the one that's here to solve the problem. And for a long time, I've run into walls. I have, purchased courses. I had tried different strategies and tactics and techniques and changing my copy and honing my message and like all these different things that people were telling me to do. And I'm very coachable. But I found that as I was doing these different things, yeah, I would get results here and there, but I wasn't getting results to the level that I thought I would because I'm used to a high income, high salary. And so I wasn't getting the same results. So I was so perplexed because I'd be taking courses with women and we'd start off together, do the exact same work, have the exact same teaching. I would more than likely show up even more diligently than the others, but yet they would go off and get results and I wouldn't, and I couldn't understand that for a while, and it frustrated me, and I couldn't really understand it. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're out there, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Does this resonate with you? I couldn't understand it. And I got frustrated because I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was broken. I thought that it really wasn't for me to do this kind of work. And, it took me a moment to recognize that it wasn't the tactics and a strategy that was going to get me, more clients or get me to the level of impact that I wanted. But it was really what I call my new client calls it healing my inner game. dealing with my inner game. So, what I want to talk with you about today is this understanding that you can go out and employ as many tactics as you want. You can go out and try writing as many emails as you want. But at the end of the day, if you are not healed inside, if you have not resolved your inner game, if you have not dealt with um, the person that you are inside and have gotten familiar with her and know authentically what she's all about, then there's no tactic out there that's going to help you. I have found this to be so incredibly true. Before, I was such a structured person, such a person that would go out and just employ strategy, and like I said, so coachable. But really, what that translated into is that I was so used to being told what to do, coming from as an employee, growing up, whatever, that I didn't know what I wanted and who I was. I didn't know what was authentic for me. And so I was just mimicking, i.e., looking outside of myself for the answers. So I'm here to tell you that the reason why you know that you're meant for more, you know that you could be doing more, you know that there's more impact for you to be able to experience in your life if that's your thing, more money to make if that's your thing. Understand that it's available to you, but unless you heal the woman inside and get to know her, unless you let go of the facade, unless you become okay with you and get to know you and build your business according to you authentically, then again, there's no tactic out there that's going to help you. Now, once you get to know her and you've gone through the work, then you can employ tactics that have been proven. But then at that point, you would know intuitively what's best for you. So, what we tend to do is try to work from the outside in, try to get the strategies, try to, you know, figure out who we're going to go work with and get all clear about that. When in reality is you're only going to attract people who are just like you. So if you are vague, if you are nervous, if you are unclear, then you're going to attract people who are vague, who are unclear, who won't be able to transact because they're nervous, and you have to decide if that's what you want. So, because at any given time, and I know you've heard me say this before, you get to shift things in your life, and that's a decision that you get to make. That's an instant decision that you get to make. So, it doesn't matter what strategies you employ. What matters is you. As I was saying earlier, what I had experienced for a long time was doing all the work, showing up, and still not getting the results I thought I would. Again, I'd get results here and there, but not results like I wanted. And so now I'm at a point where I'm not nearly as structured because naturally I'm not a very structured person. And I'm getting better at creating structure for myself so that I can flow inside the structure. But as I am maturing into my own, I find it so much easier to attract people in the healing space as well as in the coaching space. It's effortless. It is literally me putting myself out there in a way that feels good to me, and people being drawn to, I would imagine, just the authenticity, just the realness of it. When you're operating from a place of having a facade, you cannot understand what that feels like because you're so used to it. But the person who is listening to you, the person who is witnessing you, the person who is watching you show up in life can certainly feel that. They can feel that you're not necessarily real with them. And it's not something that they're necessarily conscious of, it's an energetic thing, right? Um, and so even if you're showing up and you're wanting to be of service, when you've got the facade going on, when you've got what I call the cloak, the coat, the old coat on, then it's very difficult for the real you to show through. And it's very difficult for you to express the real you simply because you haven't met her or you're not intimate with her. So this is what I've come to learn to be the missing link in marketing, the missing link in creating a business that you absolutely love, and allowing yourself to receive income in a way that both inspires you and inspires others. And being able to just show up in a way that's effortless for you because you're just being yourself. And I love to say this, if you've been in any of my master classes or whatever, I love to say, it's a heck of a thing to expect an acorn to become anything other than an oak tree. If you plant an acorn and then go out 6 months later expecting to see orange tree and squeeze some fruit, you're gonna be waiting a long time. But you see, that's what we do, right? We're so used to being something outside of who we really are that when we try to market ourselves as a consultant, as a coach, as someone that can facilitate services in a way that heals and transforms lives, we have to recognize that the person that we're trying to market to can feel, right? They can feel, they can sense. And marketing your services, doing something that you don't really like or that you're not really called to do, will last but so long. And I have come to learn that it's when you become more authentic to who you really are, that's when things start to take off. That's when people start to instant message you. That's when people call you out of the blue and want to work with you. That's when people find you on internet because you were referred. It becomes easier to facilitate the work that you came here to do because it's you facilitating it versus a facade. So I felt a need to share this today because I recognize that we are in a season right now where consciousness is being raised like never before. People are becoming more and more aware of this idea of being more in the world. People are becoming more and more aware of this idea of not being sold to, but more like being led. They are craving leadership. And the women in this group, I know to be true, are spiritual women who want more, who are called to do big things in the world. I'm here to tell you that you have to step into who you are so that you can do so with more ease, with more grace, and with more flow. So here's the rub. You gotta want this. Like, you've gotta know to step into this. This Sunday, I am rolling out, or I am doing, my Goddess Mind training. It's a Goddess Mind Masterclass. And I will say this with all sincerity and all humility. It's a very powerful class. We did this class 2 weeks ago, and I was admittedly cutting corners or whatever and not necessarily using software I was familiar with. Lesson learned for me. But the women showed up. We had technical challenges. My computer ended up blowing out because it was just so magnetic, so high vibe, and it was so content rich. I want to invite you to this. We're doing it again this Sunday. In the Goddess Mind Masterclass, what I do is I literally walk you through what I have come to learn to be true around the energetics of not only raising your vibration, but getting results. This is something that I learned over the years. I have been in school, just like I'm sure some of you are, and I have witnessed the shifting in my life, inside my body, from my body healing from fibroids, literally releasing fibroids naturally and effortlessly and painlessly. I wrote a book about that. Releasing fibroids, healing in my thyroid, where I used to have 4 nodules. I had to get a cancer screen on my nodule. I had precancer in my colon. I had digestive issues. I had dry skin. I had all these different issues that were chronic, constantly happening and occurring over and over again. blew my adrenal glands. Then in my relationship, extremely strained, went and called the lawyers, wanted to get a divorce. My kids were somewhat, I wouldn't say out of control, but the relationship wasn't where I would like it to be. And I went from being that woman that was always grinding and grinding, trying to make a dollar, trying to hold everything together, to a woman that was surrendered, and to a woman that, in the surrendered state, truly learned that less is more, and that you get to live in divine health, and you certainly get to have beautiful relationships, and you get to make money in a way that feels good, is supportive of your dreams, and is supportive of making an impact in the world. So what I've done is I've taken what I've learned up until this point, and I'm always learning, so I'm always adding. But I'm taking what I've learned up until this point, and I've put it together in a beautiful training. And I'm doing a master class this Sunday. It'll be at 1 o'clock Central. This is to help accommodate some of the women that are in the UK area that are joining us. But this this training, I promise you, is life changing. It is a free master class, very value rich. But in full transparency, you will have an opportunity to work with me afterwards if you choose to. No pressure, but if you choose to. Because I've learned that it was so much easier to do this journey when you have someone that has already done it, to help you. And I know one of the old thinkings I used to have was, if it's to be, it's up to me. So independent, so super on my own, to a point where it just almost killed me. So my heart goes out to the woman that continues to feel that way. And I'm here to tell you that there's a better way, there's an easier way, there's a more efficient way to do life. So I want to invite you to join me on the Goddess Mind Training. Again, that is a free masterclass, very content-rich class. I will completely deliver. Whether you choose to or not work with me, it's totally up to you. But I want to bless you. I want to share this information with you, because my heart's desire is for you to get this information, and then you get to go on and touch the world. So I'm going to leave the link here, because until the real you emerges, until the woman who is done with the facade, who is done with the grind, and who is done with the strain, and really wants to learn about flow, and really wants to learn how to receive, until you become that woman, you will continue to grind hard. You'll get results, but it's a grind. I learned this to be true. I have an engineering degree, and here's one thing you have to know about a car. Just the driving of the car does not wear the car down. What wears the car down are the rocks and the pebbles and the sediment from the ground that kicks up into the car as the car is moving. That's what wears the car down. It's not the functioning of the car that wears the car down. You see, what we are is we're so used to operating outside of who we really are, and we're so used to the grind that we think it's normal, and we think that's the only way for us to reach our goals. And I'm here to tell you, I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful marriage. I live in my dream home, and I have beautiful clients that I continuously to attract. And I'm here to tell you, I do not grind. I barely email. I don't stay up late. I used to, until I made some specific shifts that I will gladly share with you on the call. I made those shifts, and my life has shifted drastically. Drastically, drastically. I walk in manifestation. I walk in miracles. Things happen for me. And I want to share with you my process. So join me this Sunday for Content Rich. It's 1 p.m. Central. It's a free masterclass. Again, you'll have the opportunity to work with me afterwards if you so choose. But join us, and you will be so incredibly blessed. I'm going to leave the link here, and I look forward to co-creating with you all on Sunday, being with you, and getting to meet you. All right? God bless you. I'm going to leave the link, and I'll see you soon. Take care.